guys, my name is Cidiac and welcome back to another episode of OilTown here in City Skylines 2, where last episode, guys, I built a bunch of districts to be able to control the services in the numerous areas that we have all set up. And I asked you guys in the last episode as well to give me a bunch of name suggestions so I can start renaming all of these new kind of districts in this episode. And you guys did not disappoint. My only requirement was that we simply have them named oil themed and oil related, and you literally, guys, you did not disappoint right now. So we're going to go through a few of these, rename them all, but also in this episode there's something that I want to do. I kind of want to reposition the cargo harbor, because now as the island's grown and expand and got to the point where it is, the cargo harbor doesn't really feel like it fits within this part of the city no more. There's no industry around it. There's big tall skyscrapers, and it just kind of feels a little bit weird. So I kind of want to reposition it to where the industrial area is, but we're going to have a few little bit of issues surrounding that. At the moment, we have a dedicated trumpet connection highway that leads down to this area. I'm going to keep that in because it is quite beneficial. And that's what we're using to kind of maximize the vehicles getting over here without having to hinder themselves with traffic on the road, even though there's no traffic in OilTown, which is absolutely amazing. But it's a bit of a drive. All the industry is technically over here. Cargo's over there. You see where this is going? Now, I know the commercial buildings also utilize the cargo harbor for storage, but I want to gear it more up for the industry. So I kind of want to build it over here, which means I'm going to have to kind of reconfigure the highway, reconfigure the road layout, reclaim some land, and reposition all the cargo ships coming in as well. I feel like it fits this a little bit better. It's more protected by the high seas, and this, like I said, is where all of our industry actually is. So we're going to try and attempt that, which might be a bigger task and more. I'm taking on more than I can. Well, I'm biting more than I can chew is probably the best way to put it. But it should be pretty interesting. Anyway, guys, welcome back to another episode. If you are enjoying this series so far, make sure you smash that like button down below. Subscribe if you are new around here so you get notified when more episodes do come out. Now, we've got a bunch of suggestions. I'm going to go through all the comments and kind of pick the ones I feel are the most fitting to the area. Last episode, we renamed this new island to New Orleans, which is feel like it's absolutely amazing. But we're going to first start with our Hollywood Hills district just over here. And this district, can we see like districts in a better view? You can just see it just there. This district is within our Hollywood Hills. And literally the first comment that I seen on the last episode was from Hitchin Baz. And he says, the Hollywood Hills area should be renamed to... Now, get ready for this, guys. Get ready for this. Dist. Ready? Hill. Ready? Airy. Get it? Distillery. Distillery. You get it, guys? He says, name it Distillery Way. I thought that was brilliant. Distillery Way. It's kind of cool, isn't it? Our Hollywood Hills is a distillery, boys. I like it. I really do like that one. I really do like that one. We've got another one coming in as well. Let me kind of scroll down this because there is so many to go through right now. It's absolutely crazy with you guys coming up with all these different names. I absolutely love them. I really do love them. So the next one coming in, we've got... somebody wanted me to rename all the areas after like peanut oil, canola oil, which I thought was kind of cool, but that's not oil. That's cooking oil. But we've got we've got a few good ones now. This one's coming in from again a duper. I apologize if you get your names wrong, guys. I'm really terrible at naming names and all that kind of jazz. I'm really bad at it right now. So we're gonna go with our next one. Which is going to be related to our university area. Now, there's some really good ones for this, but I like the idea coming from Mies, if that's how you pronounce your name. And we're going to rename this whole little section over here the offshore. And what I like about it is technically offshore, but it's not. We're off the mainland, but we're not offshore. because we're on land. A little bit of a play on words, kind of, a little bit. But this all depends on how many letters I can fit in. So the Offshore Academy of Petroleum, if I've spelt that correct. I think I've spelt that correct. Bam! The Offshore Academy of Petroleum, which is hilarious because we're technically onshore. Mias, I really do appreciate that one. Thank you so much right there. Thank you so much right now. And we've got a few other ones we're going to quickly go through, and then we'll do a little bit of progress on the cargo harbour, and then we'll come back to naming a few more of them. I think that will probably be the best way in which we can kind of go about doing it. So we got a few other ones right now. Leo Max comes out with some really good ones. I'm going to see what districts I've done right now. We've done this one, we've done this one. We've got this one here, that one there. I like the idea of this one here, this Bedford Heights, being renamed from your boy Leo Max right now. He's actually got two that I want to use. We're going to call one Drillford. Oh, hang on, I've capitalized that the wrong way around. Drillford, boys, because, you know, we drill oil. Guys, you meant to laugh right now. You meant to laugh right now. And then we're going to call this one over here, this original Larson Park, we're going to call it, and this is quite a good one. We're going to call it Pump Town. Right, Leo, appreciate that right now. Appreciate that right now. Next, let me quickly scroll down right now. I'm looking at there's so many comments I'm going through right now. I'm just picking what kind of jumps out at me, which is really, really good. I'm just going through them right now. Oh, there's some really good ones. There is some really good ones. Next one, then. This is a really good one. This is from Sig 8039. I really like this one. I'm going to call it after our one of our many industrial areas. We'll name this one. We'll go for our next one. Oil tank ton. Oil tanker ton. I love it. I absolutely love these names right now. We're going to come back and rename the rest towards the end of the episode anyway. But let's make some progress then. So we've got, how many more districts have we got to rename? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, we'll come back to those. So I'm not going to get rid of the cargo harbour just yet until this new one is all up and running. But basically, I want to place it within this vicinity around here. Now, I want it to have like a decent highway connection or the ability to access the highway with ease. So that is a major factor as well. So we can distribute goods a little bit more quickly around the island. It doesn't mean that I have to get rid of that one, but I'm going to get rid of that cargo harbour because I feel like it needs to be within the industrial areas to make it feel like it makes more sense. Now, there's a bunch of places we can kind of do it. I could kind of link it here where it's a straight run to the cargo harbour, so the highway there to go left and right, which is not too bad. I could build it along here, but it would then mean that I'll have to kind of do some land reclamation. I'm going to have to bulk some roads up. And I probably would then have to kind of change how this approaches in. So I've got two options, either here or there. Theoretically, having it here might be the best option, but how big is the harbour? Because sometimes it throws you off with how big it actually is. It's not too bad. It's not too bad, or I could have it down here. I'm kind of swinging more towards this area here, but this requires the most work to get it connected to the actual highway. But the main bulk of the industry is there, but then again, having it there, it's more central. Oh, this is a tough decision. This is a tough decision right now. But like I said, it's a straight run to this, which don't question my highway ramps. Don't question them. It's a straight run to kind of get them to where they need to go to on the highways. That requires the most amount of work. So I feel like here is the most logical way to kind of technically do it. So what I'll do is we'll level the terrain out and we'll pick here and we'll push it down and then we'll bring it across to make a glorious level area to place down our glorious, like I said, guys, how many times can I say the word glorious? Glorious harbour. Now, we're going to have to kind of snap it to a road, so let's see what we can get up with here. So that coming off there is... Well, I don't really know what it is, but we'll go here to here real quickly. And push this going down for just a second. Can I get it to snap on this? I can. Which is not a problem. In water. Oh, does the whole thing need to be in water? Do I need to push this back a little bit more? Right, let me go there. I'll terrain the rest of it eventually. Okay, that's better. Almost there. We're almost there. I think we'll push this one down a bit more. Right, why was we okay, then now we're not okay? Like, make your mind up, game. Oh, hold on! When it was saying in water, does it mean, like, we need more land? Is that what it meant? Right, I really hate the terraining on this game. You jump ahead too much, and then bam. You're not at the right angles no more. How much does this have to eat in? Hold on. How is this one looking? Okay, that one... Oh, okay. Right. It actually requires quite a lot of land. It actually requires quite a lot of land. Right, my bad. My bad. Right, it does mean that we now are going to be gaining quite a lot of industrial area to work with. Which is pretty exciting. So, I'm bringing it down to this, but the obvious idea would be we could probably think about bulking up this into a 4-lane road. That would also be a good way to go about it. So, that really has to be pushed quite back, doesn't it? Right, I wasn't expecting this to be... See, I told you guys, I'm biting off more than I can chew. It's almost like I don't know what I'm doing. I do know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. Right. That now works, but we have overlapping issues. But that's because of the buildings that we're about to slightly now oof. So this is absolutely mahoosive. I'm going to take it back a little bit more. Just so it's got a little bit more that actually feels like it's in the water. And I'm going to go right to the end there. And call it there. Damn, son. The damn. So we get a little bit more space to now work with, depending on what I do with this area. We have this road that can continue now to scroll down. Now, there is extensions I could put on this building. Like, we can add additional cranes for more landings. I could add a railway connection, which I'm not going to do because I don't feel like railways are needed. They're not really needed unless I do a railway connection that goes back and forth to the airport just so they can kind of switch goods between the cargo areas. But I can also add an extension of a warehouse on to store more goods. And bulk that up, which kind of works out pretty well for us in areas and situations like this where I'm trying to kind of fill the gaps, if that makes any sense. So like with this here, you would come down like this, but I don't know where then this road would then bend. But at the same time, I think it's all down to the connection here, isn't it? Is that snapping there? Yes. I can just leave it like that. And what I could do is... Can I delete this? How do I delete the building attached to it? Yeah, there we go. What I'll do is I'll push this up to here. And I can kind of then smoothie. Well, that's not smoothie, is it? That was far from smoothie. That was far from smoothie. To here. It's a lot to ask for with all this. But you get the gist of it. You get the gist of it anyway. And then these roads, which are not the most parallel of roads, can have little connections going in. And I think what I'll do here is level this out a bit more. Just going around. Let me level this out a bit more going round. So we got a little bit more to work with when it comes to the road network. But I'm not going to add too much to it. We're going to leave it as it is. It's not perfect, and it looks quite a shambles at the moment. So let's just initially have the roads connecting through, and I'm going to bulk up this into a 4-lane road. So we'll do the 4-lane road here, which I want it to have like a... I could do parking either side, which is pretty good, because I wanted it to kind of not snap one side or the other. I want it to kind of... I mean, we can then choose for it not to snap like that, can't we? Right. Okay, this is going to be a bit tricky to get this perfect. But if I went there, and then if I chose to then snap it, with Anarchy, you're not going to get that. But I need Anarchy. Right, we'll do 4-lane roads just to there. For the bulkiness leading through. Alright, this is going to slightly mess us up. But that's how we're going to roll with it. Now, we won't need the 4-lane roads. We don't technically need them. Okay? We don't technically need them. But if the vehicles or the trucks are coming down, it's a bit more freedom to kind of go down here. Now, what I'm also thinking is that too many junctions leading down to it? I don't think there is. Like I said, we're not experiencing the normal types of traffic that you would normally get in a city, because the way that OilTown's set up and how it's completely isolated from the outside region, so you don't get the traffic issues that you would normally get in a normal city. But that allows me to kind of add a bit more in. It's integrated a little bit better now within this area. We've claimed a little bit more land. We've got to do a little bit more fine-tuning and trimming for the ships to sail out. But that could technically work for us. Now, like I said, I want to do a little bit more fine-tuning. So I want to see how far we can go, because we can only go as far as where the bend allows us. So if I delete you, we're going to try something here now. So, normal road. So if I was to go... Oh, no. That's not what I... How did that happen? Right, turn the Anarchy off as well, by the way. So from there... So that would be... That's a 169 by 1... So that is roughly a nice little bend leading round. So I can then fine-tune it quite dramatically. That's the bus area here, which we could add more bus stuff onto it. I wonder how far... See, can I... Yeah, I can take it all the way out, can't I? So if I did that with the buses and then get rid of this one... Right. By getting rid of that one, it allows me to potentially... run a road down here. And then connect up to then use the smoothing tool to take all this heat off here. And then, because of how this is set up, you could theoretically add another one in there. So if I put you there instead, and then these reposition them all slowly going back up. which I'll only take it to there, and we'll kill off that one. And then we can throw down some industrial in its place. Just fill in that area a bit more. Yeah. So we've managed to add a cargo harbour in. We've also managed to extend the bus station area as well to handle more buses. And that's what's going to lead everything over to here. Now, we have... It's now in the heart of the industrial area, so everything can now lead its way over. There's, like, direct road connections coming in. We're going to, again, change stuff up slightly. We're going to get rid of all these little paths here. And we're going to try and allow roads to flow round. So trying to keep that somewhat straight-ish. It never really works out the way you intend it to. So then run directly into there. So everything kind of like flows round, you know what I mean? It's got like a flow to it, is the best way to put it. So get all this all back to being painted. Is it easier just to do it like this? Bam. Yeah. Right, and then allow them to just figure it all out. Allow them to figure it all out. We've got a bit more connection now leading around. So they're already started to kind of store stuff in locally anyway before I need to then change it all up. We've got a dedicated road that leads directly to the highway if needs be. You could argue it's maybe not as efficient as this, but it's a lot more closer to the areas in which they kind of go from. And you'll mainly see that all the vehicles going to the cargo harbour are either going this way or coming from this way. You get the odd one or two that do go that way or come around to go that way, but they're mainly all leading over to... Oh, oh, snap. Oh, okay, I've got an issue right now. I think I've messed up my electricity somewhere. Yeah, there were some transformers here, which they're doing what they need to do. They're all hooked up, but I think because the way that I've kind of changed the road maybe has messed things up, unless we need a transformer over here in general anyway. So I could kind of just place one over. It's not the end of the world. I'll pull it just here. Put it just there, and underground connection. That should alleviate. Oh no, okay, so it's also to do with this. So it gives a bit more pressure release here. No, I'll do a little bit more pressure release just there on those lines. Right, okay, we're back in business right now, right? We're back in business. All right, good stuff, good stuff, good stuff. Okay. That now does what I needed to do. It's nicely crammed in. Oh, we've got issues over here now as well. Or is it just a case of we were just waiting for those issues to disappear? I haven't got power. No, I've actually got power issues. We need to produce a little bit more power, don't we? Right, I think first things first, we'll release more transformers. So we've got a transformer down here, but these transformers are now all going to be slightly changing. Well, throw one there. And hook you up. Where is it over here? So that will release or disperse a little bit more juice. But I think we still need a bit more. Unless I'm just not producing enough power. Because we're completely overloaded here, aren't we? Now this is our gas power plant, which we can add some more. We can add an advanced furnace to it to reduce the resource consumption. I can add a filter to reduce the pollution. And I can add some more storage extension, which none of those really benefit us in any particular way, shape or form. But power seemed to have... Oh, the power issues seem to have dropped. Now, is that really the most amount of power we are producing? Yes. Is it a case of we might need another power station? Yes. We've got gas. We might need to start thinking about nuclear at some point. Right, okay. Okay. What I'll do for now... Yeah, the gas there does 250. Okay, what we'll do for now then is we will... Huge battery bank store electricity can be used negative problems. Like we'll install like a small plant somewhere. How big is this geothermal one? And then we'll kind of figure out next episode the best ways in which we can benefit from having additional power being produced. I'm struggling a little bit now to figure out where to do this. Because I was not expecting this to be an issue today. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to throw this just here for now. We'll connect this to there so the power can come out. And that should now technically allow us to produce a lot more power. And just keep us going for a moment. Right, next episode, guys, we've got to build nuclear. That's kind of exciting, isn't it? It kind of is. Right, I'm still getting sidetracked. I've got to try and complete this. So this is now all done. Okay, it looks like it's more integrated a lot better. It's hard to tell with the snow. So I've now got to change over how we get here. So I think what I'll do first is I'm going to actually buy these tiles here. That's going to cost me 11 million. Very expensive, boys. Very expensive, but I've got 42 million in the bank. We're all good. So we can then build these waterways a little bit easier. So this comes into here. We've got this anarchied. I'm going to quickly pause. It's anarchied, and we'll bring this coming in. And what do you reckon the best way here is? Just get you connected like that. This now all needs to technically change. So if I delete from there, and there, just for a hot second, this runs down into here, as it would do, but also we'll create a turn there. That doesn't feel right now, does it? That doesn't feel right, so let me just come off there. Like that, a little triangle in the road. And just until we've kind of fixed all of this, actually, I don't need to fix it. I can just kind of now technically change it also. Passenger ship. So what would have went here now goes to, for example, over there. What would have went there then goes over here, but it can't get there. Why is that? There's no other... Oh, there's more here, isn't there? Hold on. It might be... Wait, no pedestrian access? Wait, what are you talking about now? No pedestrian access? Don't lie to me, game. It might be this. If I delete you and then go create almost a round section like that, the cargo ships can now do it. So you could get placed on one of them, and that frees all that up. So the cargo ships are now being rerouted. I've only got 3 cargo ship routes, which they're rerouted, no problem. One goes outside the region, one goes to New Orleans, which is now a further distance than what it was before, which is a downside, but it is what it is. I've still got the passenger harbour here, which I might now rejig this at some point. So I need to get this now connected back up. So I can technically now delete this. That's now gone. And then bring in these. So this we'll just bring to there for now. But I might, at some point, rejig this to go 90 degrees straight across here. And then fill this in. And then merge the two areas together. Maybe. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure just yet what the best way to go about it would be. What do you guys reckon? Let me know in the comment section down below. If you've got any ideas for how I should maybe approach this. Yes. I like the fact that we've got some ideas and we can kind of, you know, change it up like that. So, many ideas to kind of play around with. So, that's now moved the cargo all over here, which is now going to throw them into panic because all that goods that was stored at the warehouse on the other harbour no longer exists. So now we're going to have a mass panic of getting all these goods now shifted over to the brand new harbour. I know, dramatic, right? Dramatic. We're still waiting for hearses. Are they pumping out hearses left, right, and centre? They are. Someone said I should have actually had this to a highway connection, but I don't know how much it will help these guys. I mean, it could help it out, but I still feel like we need more anyway. I still feel like we need more, but let the problems arise first. Let the problems arise. So we actually have a cargo ship now already on the way over here, which is kind of exciting. So give it time, and then we'll kind of see how this area then all unfolds. Right, in the meantime, boys, I think we should maybe take a little look at renaming some newer areas. So we've got Pump Town, we've got Oil Tanker Town. This one over here, Pearl Acres, which I keep calling Pearl Access. I've got a really good one for this, right? And this is from Al Mutaz. Again, do apologise if I pronounced your name wrong there, but he gave me an absolute stonker. We're going to call this place also Drill a Dalphia. That is actually an amazing name. You can't deny it's an amazing name right now. And we've also got another one as well. We're going to rename this officey area here, this little tech area. And this is also from Al Mataz as well. I do apologise if I pronounced your name wrong. Pipeline Plaza. I love that name as well. Pipeline Plaza and Drildelphia is probably the greatest one yet. I absolutely love it. So we've got this industrial area here we're going to rename next as well. And I'm just going through the comments again. There's so many comments, guys. You went absolutely crazy in that last episode with all these little name suggestions and comments. Just quickly going through it right now. Right, we've got here. Where did I just see that? I just sent a comment then. I literally just seen it. Now I can't spot where I've just seen it. Sediak, your eyes, they are not working. They are not working. Right. Highland Park here is to get completely renamed right now by Suja Dutta. And they said to name it Kerosene Park. That is a glorious one right now, Kerosene Park. Now, we'll go for this one over here. This one's called the Bedford Junction, which is quite an interesting name straight away, isn't it? Going for it again. We've got so many names. How do I... You guys have made it so difficult for me right now to pick actual names for these places. I didn't realize it was going to be so difficult in finding what the perfect name suggestion would be. You guys are fools. You really are. You really are. We're going to call this one over here. Black Gold. Black Gold Town. There we go. Because oil is black gold, right? Oil is definitely black gold right there. You cannot deny it, guys. You cannot deny it. That's from Roger and Rich, if I pronounce that right. Appreciate that right now. Appreciate it. And then we've got 2 new places just over here. I think I'm not going to name these this episode. Now you guys have seen me rename it from the previous episode. It might give you guys some inspiration for what we can do over on this island. So I'll leave them ones completely up to you guys right now. Right. Things aren't looking too bad. They aren't looking too shabby. The ships are making their way over. They've got nothing on board just yet. They're going to go back in now and actually grab some stuff, which is kind of funny. Stuff is now being stored locally, and you can see them actually how they're interacting with the actual harbour. You can see them driving on the edge of the roads here. And they're like pulling in certain areas, pulling in just over there. So it's mainly going to be used on these side streets, but the highway access is open for them if they needs be. Right, so this district right now, where's the name? Wait, hold on, my district disappeared? No, it's there, it's Pump Town. This is using the crematorium from just over here. Now, this crematorium has pumped out 19 vehicles, so they are on the way over. So there is a lot of capacity still left over for them to pump more vehicles out into Pump Town if need be. So that's all good. Loving the fact that we've actually gained a little bit more space right now for more industrial related items. And we've also now gained this area over here. So now that we've gained this, we can technically extend the road going down. Now, for now, I'll extend it loosely. Right, we can extend it quite loosely, which allows us to build up more offices. We'll kind of go around the perimeter with some low density offices and then bulk it up a bit more from the rear with some higher density stuff. So if I bring you to there, and then we'll kind of cut this in with a simplistic little bend here. That will just merge to that little area. And then we've got to fill in the gaps. Now, we've been utilising on some of these little side streets, which is a little bit difficult to see, the little alley kind of style roads. And if I kept up with that theme leading down, it kind of then gives us the ability to cover the little nooks and crannies. And also allow us to run that strip going right down. Like that. And it gives us a little bit more freedom to work with. So I'll do one more just here. And there is one just there, but I won't do the double on. We'll keep it separate. So it's a little bit of a play around area. It might be something that gets like deleted in the next episode if I do choose to fill this in and reposition it a bit better. But we do have the subway system kind of kicking in there. I'll have to dramatically change how the subway system interacts with this area. But it's not an issue. I haven't got to kind of level it off there. I could do it on this road going across there, where we build it there and just kind of sink it down the subway line and back up again. So there's definitely ways in which we can play around it with it. And what I'll do now is I'll do some low density offices going the full length here, and then overshadowed by the high density offices just behind it. I feel like that will be kind of like a cool little thing to maybe implement all in. We'll see how it looks. It could look kind of terrible. It could look terrible. But now we don't really have the need for the high demand of vehicles coming in. It's nice that it has a trumpet connection now. That means they've got easy access to fly out of the city onto the highway. So we can kind of create more linkages and connections. It's interesting to see OilTown now slowly expanding and how it's now slowly starting to change for the needs of the actual city itself. Now, with this all happening, of course, unemployment should start to reduce a bit more. Job availability, you can see that there's a lot more gaps availability for the well-educated, so we could technically need to educate more people. Education would have now changed as well, because we've kind of now made the schools filter their districts. you should start seeing like this, you know, the elementary school is through the roof here, but the high school is not really maxed out because it's now for the Pacific areas. So we have to kind of watch ourselves a little bit there. More deliveries have come in right now, so this is this cargo harbour slowly starting to get more and more filled up. There is some public transport. The buses don't actually continue all the way down. So them bus loops right now could do with a little bit of an additional expansion to fill these areas now as we get more and more public transport connected. These are the plans, these are the ideas that we have. I just really want the snow to go away. I feel like we've had the snow right now for like 1 million episodes. I just want the snow to now go away. It's the only problem when you build a city of this size. The game does eventually start to slow down. Which means when you get to periods of snow like this, which I don't want, we gotta sit for them a little bit longer. Anyway, guys, hope you did enjoy this. If you did, please smash that like button down below. And until next time, I will see you all soon. So, goodbye.